Good morning, majors. Today we're going to go over Unit 2, Day 16. So it says sine of A. Remember, if we have this altitude or this line drawn, the height, my opposite side is going to be, or the height, we're going to say is H. And if A is my reference angle, then sine of A is H over my hypotenuse, which is little b. And H is B sine of A, if we cross multiply and solve for H. All right, so the area of a triangle, we now can find the area of a triangle even when it's not a right triangle. It's 1/2 the base times the height. You guys know this. Now, my area, my 1/2 is going to stay the same, but the base is now going to be C times the height, which we can find by B times sine of A. You can just combine these. They're multiplying. So this is 1/2 BC sine of A. The area of a triangle is 1/2 BC sine of A. Or 1/2. If we're asked to give if we have different sides, we can do A times B, but then it's sine of the other angle. We really don't need to write all of these down. I feel like it's 1/2 the two sides and then sine of the angle, the other angle. Given the length of the two sides of a triangle and the included angle between, the area of a triangle is 1/2 of the two sides. Can you put the and then two sides? And the sine of the included angle. The included angle. The angle in between those two sides. Alrighty. Let's do an example. It says find the area of this triangle ABC. We know that the area is, let's say, 1/2. The two sides, so 7 times 10 times sine of the angle in between the two sides, which is 25. We have to use a calculator for this. So I'm just going to plug this straight into my calculator, and I think that it should be something like 14.8, and then my units, whatever my units are, they're going to be squared. Always squared for area, cubed for volume. All right, the area of a triangle has side lengths of 10 and 11 and an area of 50. Okay, so my area is 50. They give you the answers, equals 10 times 11 times sine of my included angle. Let's just say that it's A, because they don't give us any letters. I don't know what my vertices are. Find two possible measures of this included angle. Okay, so, or I forgot the 1/2. All right, so I'm going to multiply this, and then I'm going to get 50 equals, when I multiply this and then divide it by 2, I think I get 55. Tell me if I'm wrong. Sine of A. Now I have to divide 55. It's multiplied by my sine. So I have sine of A, equals 50 over 55. To find A, I have to do the inverse. A equals sine inverse of 50 over 55. I have to plug this into my calculator. It's not one of my special triangles. So plug this into your calculator, the sine inverse of 50 over 55. It's about maybe 65.4. But what if angle A is 65.4? What if we have the supplement of 65.4? It could be 180 minus the 65.4, which is about something like 114.6. So plug these in your calculators and try them out. You guys can try number 3. This one says, if a straight line makes an angle with the positive x-axis, then its gradient is m, our measure, or our slope, is equal to the opposite over the adjacent, or the change in y over the change in x, or tangent. Tangent is opposite over over adjacent. The gradient is our slope. That's another word for slope. So the gradient or slope equals y step over x step. Remember, it's rise over run, which is tangent. So it says, find the equation of the given line. This angle right here is pi over 6. So we have our slope is tangent of pi over 6. We know what tangent is at pi over 6. This is 30 degrees. And my ratio is 1 to square root of 3. Tangent is opposite over adjacent. So tangent is 1 over square root of 3, or if I multiply the top and the bottom by the square root of 3, it'll be the square root of 3 over 3. So my equation of a line, I just need a point. I can use this point right here. This is my y-intercept. It's when x is 0 and my y, it says, is 1. This is my point I'm going to plug it into. And usually I have to plug it into the equation of a line, but this one I can just put it into the slope or the y-intercept form. Y equals my slope, which we found. I'm going to put mx plus b. So y equals my slope, which is the square root of 3 over 3, times x plus my y-intercept is 1. This is the equation of a line. I want you guys to try number 5. Try it out. So this one is going to be an application problem. This is our real world example. It says Rodrigo wishes to determine the height of this flagpole. He measures the angle of elevation from point P to the top of the flagpole as 53 degrees. He walks 20 meters further away to point Q. So this right here is 20 meters. And he measures the second angle of elevation as 28 degrees. How high is this flagpole? So we're going to do our proportions. I know that sine of 28 over x we don't have anything in this bottom triangle, so we cannot solve for the height of the flagpole, but I can get this hypotenuse by solving for it in the this other triangle. So I'm going to make this x, and I can find angle P, or this other part of angle P, because this forms a straight line, which is 180. 180 minus this 53 is 127. Now I know that these two and this third angle add up to be 180. So 180 minus 127 plus 28 will give us 25. So this angle has to be 25. Now I have my ratio. I know that it's 25 over 20. So sine of 25 over side 20 equals, we don't know x, that's what we want, so I have to use this angle and my opposite side x. So sine of 28 over my opposite side x. Now I can just cross multiply. 20 times sine of 28, remember we cannot multiply the numbers, we have to keep 20 on the outside, equals x times sine of 25. Now if I divide by sine of 25, x equals 20 sine of 28 all over 25, or sine of 25. And if I plug this into my calculator, I will get x equals approximately 22.2. Now that I have this side, I can use my trigonometric functions to find this third side. I need one of the side lengths though. So this is 22.2. And now I want the height of the flagpole, which is opposite my 53. This is x, but this is my opposite side. And I have my hypotenuse. So I know that I have to use sine. Sine of 53 degrees, you know that the opposite side has to come first, over the hypotenuse. What we're going to do is we're going to put a 1 underneath the sign and cross multiply. 1 times x is x. 22 times sine of 53 is 22.2 sine of 53. Just plug this into your calculator. This is going to be our new x, or I should have used a different variable, but it's going to be about 17.7 meters. Looks like meters is our unit. This is our answer. This is the height of the flagpole. All right, guys, I want you guys to try the other ones and let me know if you guys need any help. Have a great day.